ចាខ្ញុំត្រូវប្រើប៊ីចេងស្ករសរួចជាស្រេចខ្ចប់អាំងរួចជាស្រេចចប់ដាក់ស្លឹកចេកទៅអាំងបើតាមពិតភាគច្រើនចូលចិត្តស្លឹកចេកអត់មានធុំអីប៉ះពាល់អីទេនឹងឲ្យអាំងទៅគឺធម្មជាតិសុទ្ធសាធហ្មងហ្នឹងដើមស្លឹកចេកហ្នឹង
Prohok ang is a dish from our farmer. You can see how clever they are because when they are in the rice field far away from home, it's so difficult for them to carry, any cooking tool. That's why they use a banana leaf to wrap it and then to grill it. Cooking in the banana leaf, it's not only just a grill, but it's also steam at the same time.
មូលហេតុខ្ញុំចង់ធ្វើប្រហុកហ្នឹងណាពួកអីតិជនច្រើនចូលចិត្តហើយដំណាំមួយតំណាងឲ្យខ្មែរយើងត្រូវតែប្រើត្រូវតែមិនចោលមិនបានមិនចឹងហ្នឹងហើយខ្ញុំ
Grilled prohok in banana leaf is one of the things that I like to eat. It's spicy, it's salty. The combinations of the krung, of the sour fruit, sour leaf, the flavor is so complex. I am happy to eat prohok breakfast, lunch and dinner. I don't have any problem with that.
នេះកន្លែងកូនប្រុសខ្ញុំគេជួយលក់បាយហ្នឹងនេះហ្នឹងហើយចាមកឡើងមកកន្លែងខ្ញុំគេផ្ទះនេះខ្ញុំនៅ2ឆ្នាំហើយរយៈពេល2ឆ្នាំហើយភ្លើងឡាយទឹកមួយខែ40,000នៅនឹងផងកន្លែងហ្នឹងហើយកន្លែងលក់2កន្លែងហ្នឹងបោកគ្នាដល់ហើយនេះកន្លែងតូបរបស់ខ្ញុំនេះមានសាច់គោហាលនេះនេះជាកូនប្រុសរបស់ខ្ញុំជួយលក់អត់មែនទេចាកន្លែងដែលខ្ញុំលក់ដូរបាយហ្នឹងគឺកន្លែងខ្ញុំជួលគេគឺមួយខែ250ហ្នឹងហើយអូចេះទ្រាំមករត់រួចចេះផុតចេះទ្រាំនេះកន្លែងធ្វើម្ហូបខ្ញុំនេះដាក់នេះកតោប្រហុកខ្ញុំនេះបើកមើលអស់ហើយវិញច្រាប់អស់ហើយទៅស្អែកទិញទៀតទៅថានិយាយទៅមកទឹកអីផងហូបអស់មិនខែវាមិនទៀបបើច្រាំវាអស់មួយទឹក2គីឡូនឹងអូនណាបើថា slow បើអត់ច្រាំបើថា slow ទេមួយទឹក1គីឡូទេ
More than 50% dishes are related with prohok in the Cambodian cuisine. We always have a say in the countryside when you want to marry with the Cambodian ladies, so bring a nice prohok dish and bring to your future mother-in-law. When they see a prohok, they always smile in the countryside.
Making prohok is a process, and we have to wait for the right time to do it because again, Cambodian. Prohok is more than just the flavors. It is the story of our fishermen and how clever they are to preserve what they can find a lot in one season to feed the rest of the year.
firm doesn't want us there.
I heard that. Discovery Plus is here, the exclusive home of Ghost Adventures. Now available in the Philippines. Scan now to subscribe.
Let's get the party started.
I want this to be high quality and fine craftsmanship. This is going to be the hub of their life.
Oh my God! Awesome! Oh my God! What'd they do to the house?
Outgrown, Mondays on HGTV.
So, what's the best home remedy for cough? Honey and lemon? Rock sugar and snow pear? Or honey with cockroaches? And do alternative health cures really work? Kim has all the answers for you.
而这些偏方可信度有多高，成效有多少呢？
She'll separate fact from fiction. Health Hacks premieres 5th January on the Asian Food Network. Strap in for a flavorful ride inside the hidden food lanes of Asia. Meet some of the most intriguing chefs and discover their unique recipes for success. Get ready for a knockout feast with the ultimate fusion of lip-smacking delicacies. Slum Food Millionaire, Wednesdays on the Asian Food Network.
Này cứ 24 ម៉ោងគេបើករហូតហ្មងយើងព្រឹកឡើងចឹងបានយើងមកទិញរបស់ល្អចាខ្ញុំហ្នឹងហើយចាខ្ញុំមកផ្សារខ្ញុំមកទិញកែបនេះបងពីយកមកតាមខេត្តខ្មែរយើងណាមកដល់កន្លែងគេធ្វើអញ្ចឹងវាស្រួលណាកែបនេះយើងរើសយកឲ្យប៉ាន់គ្នាចាយើងយករៀងធំអញ្ចឹងទៅបងណាយើងស្រួលលក់ព្រោះយើងធ្វើលក់មួយអញ្ចឹងណាយើងអត់ដោតចកាមួយអញ្ចឹងយើងបាន1រៀលចាបងអីណែ3គីឡូមកបងឲ្យជួយយកអាចចេញខ្ញុំតិចបងណាអស់ប៉ុន្មានបងបងនៅដល់500អស់30000នេះផ្សារផ្សេងអត់មានសពគ្រប់ទេផ្សារហ្នឹងគឺកន្លែងតម្លៃបោះដុំពួកយើងមកទិញហ្នឹងវាធូរថ្លៃជាងគេទាំងអស់លក់ដាច់ជាងគេគឺកែបបោកហើយនឹងកែបអាំងកែបធម្មតាបន្លាំទេសហ្នឹងណាដាច់ជាងគេគឺគេយកខ្លែមអូនណានេះខ្ញុំពងឲ្យលាងវាឲ្យស្អាតណា3គីឡូធំដែរតាកែបដល់ពេលយើងទិញវាទាំងអាចទាំងអីមកដល់ធ្វើទៅបានតិចនេះខ្ញុំលាងរួចហើយខ្ញុំដាក់ប្រឡាក់គ្រឿង
Should be dry through the morning, but by the afternoon and evening, we have a slight chance of showers and or wet flurries moving on in. I hope you had a great Christmas day. If you weren't able to get outside because of the rainfall tomorrow, we'll give you a lot of opportunity to do so. I hope you do.
A wet Christmas here in Toronto.
and a white one on the west coast. Vancouver is enjoying its first Christmas with snow in 13 years. It's great for those sledding, not so good on the roads with slippery conditions in parts of Greater Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. And the snow will not be melting anytime soon. Extreme cold warnings are posted for many parts of BC, with the Vancouver area forecast to stay below freezing all week. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. More Raptors have been added to the NBA's COVID-19 protocol. All the details coming up.
This holiday season, it's time for a little extra cheer. Get it all at ctv.ca and the CTV app.
We're back!
Stream your favorite shows, movies, and more over the holidays on ctv.ca and the CTV app.
The Boxing Week sale at Leon's is on now. Save big on appliances and TVs. Save up to 50% on furniture and mattresses. Plus, save the tax on select furniture and mattresses. The Boxing Week sale is on now. Visit leons.ca for details.
Cash! Oh, yeah. I'm Russell Oliver. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. I give cash for gold. Oh, yeah! Cash for diamonds. Cash for handbags. Oh, yeah!
Do you have questions about your employment law rights that you need answered? Ask a Lawyer is here for you. Every week, Lecker & Associates disability and employment lawyers are taking your questions on a wide range of employment law topics. Call 1-888-802-2016 or send your questions to askalawyer@cp24.com. Watch Ask a Lawyer every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. on CP24.
No! I love that you got another cat, babe. Just need a minute.
Automatic refills, pocket pills, online pharmacy, free delivery, pocketpills.com.
Which pills, Mom?
The yellow ones.
They're all yellow.
Like that sweater I made for Sarah.
That sweater was blue. Pre-sorted pills. Pocket pills, online pharmacy, free delivery, pocketpills.com.
The World Junior Hockey Tournament is set to begin in Alberta tomorrow, with Canada playing the Czech Republic in their first game. The event faces the same challenge it did a year ago in Edmonton: how to safely bring hundreds of people together for a sporting event during a pandemic. Alberta is limiting capacity at sporting events to 50%, and those involved in the tournament are confined to their hotels and the venues. Plus, there's regular testing. Although the World Juniors are going ahead, other upcoming hockey tournaments are being canceled, including the Women's World Under-18 Championship. The Raptors have added 3 more players to the NBA's COVID protocol. It brings the team's total to 10 players ruled out for tomorrow's game in Cleveland. This includes Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, and OG Anunoby. The Raptors have added players from the NBA G League to fill out their lineup. Canadian tennis player Denis Shapovalov has tested positive for COVID-19. The 22-year-old athlete said that he tested positive upon his arrival in Sydney. He's in self-isolation and experiencing mild symptoms rather. He headed to Australia for the first Grand Slam in 2022. The Australian Open takes place between January 13th and the 30th. World number 1 Novak Djokovic will not travel to Sydney for the men's season opening ATP Cup next week. That's according to a Serbian news outlet. The 34-year-old has yet to commit to the Australian Open, where players must be vaccinated. Djokovic has declined to disclose his status, citing privacy. Djokovic has won 9 Australian Open trophies and is looking for a record 21st Grand Slam title.
Welcome to Lambeau Field on Christmas Day. What better place to be?
A milestone day for Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers surpassed Brett Favre to become Green Bay's all-time leader in touchdown passes. Rodgers had 3 against Cleveland to increase his career total to 445. Favre threw 508 touchdown passes during his Hall of Fame career, 442 of them with Green Bay. A good day for the Packers defense as well. They had 4 interceptions in a 24-22 victory over the Browns. The Packers already have clinched the NFC North title and are seeking the conference's top playoff seed. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. The latest edition of the Spider-Man franchise is cashing in at the box office. More on this in moments.
Most of our clients who come through our door and who are suffering from mental illness, they're feeling a sense of despair and a longing for help. Often, insurance companies are denying disability claims on the basis that there's insufficient medical evidence. We've represented hundreds of clients who suffer from anxiety or depression. We fight for our clients' right to receive the compensation they deserve. If you've been denied long-term disability, don't give up. We can help.
Your long-term disability firm, Kotak Law.
Want your clothes to smell freshly washed all day without heavy perfumes? Now they can with Downy Light In-Wash Freshness Boosters. Just pour a cap full of beads into your washing machine before each load to give your laundry a light scent that lasts longer than detergent alone, with no heavy perfumes or dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. New Downy Light, available in 4 naturally inspired scents.
With COVID, things are different. The way we work, the way we see friends, the way we unwind, and the way we travel. At Life Labs, we now offer FlyClear, COVID testing for those who need to travel. Visit lifelabs.com/flyclear. Get COVID testing and receive your results by email, download or print your negative test report, and you're clear for takeoff. Life Labs, proudly serving Canadians for more than 50 years.
The latest installment of the Spider-Man franchise is swinging quickly up the all-time sales mark. Spider-Man No Way Home has already become the biggest movie of the year, and at just 11 days in theaters, it's poised to become the second fastest to $1 billion in worldwide sales. That's behind 2019's Avengers Endgame, which hit the mark in 5 days. It would also be the first theatrical release of the pandemic to join the billion-dollar club. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. Numbers from Public Health Ontario show the province topped 10,000 new cases of COVID-19 for the first time in a single day. All the details coming up. Numbers from Public Health Ontario show the province topped 10,000 new cases of COVID-19 for the first time in a single day. All the details next. Omicron and supply chain issues are threatening to stall big Boxing Day numbers for retailers. 1 person is dead and 5 firefighters were hurt after a 3-alarm fire in Scarborough early this morning. Details in moments. From 299 Queen Street West, this is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. Hello, I'm Bakari Savage. Numbers from Public Health Ontario show the province topped 10,000 new cases of COVID-19 for the first time in a single day. The report posted on the Public Health Ontario website shows 10,412 cases reported on Christmas Eve. That was up 841 from the day before. There were 4 additional deaths reported. Quebec is reporting more than 9,200 new COVID-19 cases and 4 more deaths. The Christmas Day numbers are actually down more than 800 from yesterday. Like other areas, including Ontario, officials in Quebec have said that in recent days, the daily numbers are likely an underestimation because the province's testing centers are overwhelmed and cannot keep up with demand. Details on COVID-19 related hospitalizations will be released next week. Kingston has reported a hospitalization linked to the Omicron variant. Health officials say the variant was detected in a patient with medical comorbidities. They are also investigating a second suspected case in the ICU. Kingston has one of the highest rates of COVID-19 in Canada. The region's top doctor warned that cases could rise following holiday gatherings.
It's a significant concern. We know that this virus spreads very rapidly in various settings, but indoor gatherings are typically the highest risk setting for spread.
Kingston Region reports 1,650 active cases with significant community spread. Okay, so it's Christmas weekend, but this is no holiday for those working in COVID-19 vaccination clinics in the city. Mayor John Tory toured the clinic at Mitchell Field Community Center in North York to thank members of Team Toronto for their efforts. There continued to be big demand for shots with lineups at clinics again. The city opened up hundreds of appointments over the holidays after the staff agreed to work on Christmas and Boxing Day.
Christmas is one of those things where, in a certain way, we all celebrate, even if it's just a day when things are a bit quieter. And I want to acknowledge at the outset, when I talk about a quiet day, that it's not quiet for everybody. The main reason that Councillor Cressy and I came here to Mitchell Field in North York today is because there are people working here, quite a few of them. I think about 35 here just at this one clinic, and it's one of two that are open in the city today, this one run by the city, to help people to get vaccinated. Mostly third booster shots, but also some people getting their first or second vaccination.
The clinic at Mitchell Field will also be open again on Boxing Day for those who have booked appointments. The Thorncliffe Park Vaccine Clinic at the East York Town Center was also busy with people who had appointments.
Don't have any family gathering or something, so why not we make our day to safe community and safe society?
And I guess you could say, it gives you a break from the family. I got to go out and get my shot.
I have young children who can't be immunized, and I have a immunocompromised spouse, so this is a great Christmas present. Thank you so much to the healthcare workers who are working this day, because I know they're taking away time from their families.
The Thorncliffe Clinic is operated by Michael Guerin Hospital and East Toronto Health Partners. All right. Now we are turning towards Boxing Day. There may be some reluctance on the part of the usual bargain hunting crowd to be out at the stores. Mark Liverman has been talking to people about their plans for what's typically one of the busiest shopping days of the year. Mark, what are you hearing?
Yeah, Bakari had a chance to speak with a number of people here at Nathan Phillips Square earlier tonight. For the most part, they say they don't plan on doing any shopping this year on Boxing Day or Boxing Week for that matter. And the people who did plan on doing some shopping said for the most part they'll be doing this online, especially tomorrow. We know there obviously are some deals to snag. Usually tomorrow's the day to do it, but of course with concerns with COVID-19, we just might not see as much shopping. We know the Retail Council of Canada now says Black Friday, which was on November 26th, will overshadow Boxing Day this year after fears of the new variant shot up in December. Long lines and crowds, that's a concern for some shoppers we spoke with. For shoppers in general, though, electronics, appliances, and furniture, those are some of the most popular items on Boxing Day. Those items could be harder to come by, even with online shopping this year because of a number of global supply chain issues that we've been talking about. But yeah, in general, the shoppers we spoke with out here said they'll do this online. Here's more.
Kind of lazy, and there's so many people. So yeah, of course.
No, it's safer. Obviously, you're gonna be in the comfort of your home. You wouldn't be outside and go in contact with other people, right? So as I said, we're here for only a couple of days, so going online is basically like why would I come here and just go online? Might as well just go to the stores and check it out. I know it'll be pretty heavy because of and the COVID and that, but yeah, I'm definitely going out tomorrow.
And Bakari, one more thing, we know with reduced capacity at 50%, usually this leads to longer lines. That's a concern for some. Some people just don't want to wait in lines. Others don't want to deal with being exposed to the potential of COVID-19 in those lines. So that's another reason why we might not see as much shopping this year on Boxing Day. Bakari, back to you.
CB24's Mark Liverman from Nathan Phillips Square. Thanks, Mark. So what's open and what's closed for Boxing Day? Most shopping malls will open from 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. Several museums and attractions also reopen on Boxing Day, including the Aga Khan Museum, the Art Gallery of Ontario, Ontario Science Centre, Canada's Wonderland, and the CN Tower. But you have to get there. The TTC will be running holiday service and GO Transit will be operating its Sunday schedule. The Royal Ontario Museum will remain closed for another day. Government offices and major banks will also be closed. Canada Post Offices, the Toronto Public Library branches will also be closed. One person is dead and 5 firefighters were sent to hospital after a 3-alarm fire early this morning in Scarborough. Firefighters arrived just after 3:30 in the morning at a townhouse on Scarborough Golf Club Road. That's near Kingston Road. There, they were met with heavy fire and found an elderly man without vital signs. The victim was rushed to hospital but unfortunately passed. We had a chance to talk to the victim's granddaughter, who also lived in the home.
I'm really just trying to be here for my mom. I'm trying to be strong for my mom because, you know, that's my mom. I don't feel like I lost everything because I can always start over, but, you know, let me just say new beginnings from now on. I'm really upset. I'm grieving, yeah, but I'm still trying to be strong for my mom, so that's why I can really say
And the scene also served as a reminder of the dangers that firefighters face every time they're called out. 5 crew members were hurt when the floor collapsed underneath them.
Our women and men last night did a tremendous job. I've had a chance to take a peek inside the building, both from the front and the rear. The floor joists are burnt through. The crews did an outstanding job. As you note, Steve, these buildings are close together, and they did a great job stopping the spread of the fire. And again, unfortunately, we do have one deceased, and we are very blessed that the 5 firefighters that ended up falling through the floor during the firefighting operations have now been released from hospital and have suffered no significant injuries.
And the Ontario Fire Marshal has been investigating the cause. And police have identified the victim of a deadly shooting in the Lawrence and Allen Road area. 20-year-old Kywin Cunningham of Toronto died in hospital after he was shot on Repland Road last night. Police were called to an apartment building on Repland Road just after 9 p.m. for reports of gunshots. When they arrived, they found the victim inside the building with multiple wounds.
It appears that this young man was with a group of people in a stairwell in a building on Repland Road. And a group of individuals who we believe are suspects approached that stairwell and fired gunshots through a window. There's believed to be 3 suspects involved, all people dressed in dark clothing. I don't have much of a description of them at this point.
And although it is still early in the investigation, police say that the
Points of inspiration home with me and created some new dishes of my own.
Oh, please, I would love to see what you come up with.
Okay, I'll promise I share.
Strap in for a flavorful ride inside the hidden food lanes of Asia. Meet some of the most intriguing chefs and discover their unique recipes for success. Get ready for a knockout feast with the ultimate fusion of lip-smacking
Points of inspiration home with me and created some new dishes of my own.
Oh, please, I would love to see what you come up with.
Okay, I'll promise I share.
Strap in for a flavorful ride inside the hidden food lanes of Asia. Meet some of the most intriguing chefs and discover their unique recipes for success. Get ready for a knockout feast with the ultimate fusion of lip-smacking
points of inspiration home with me and created some new dishes of my own.
Oh, please, I would love to see what you come up with.
Okay, I'll promise I share.
Strap in for a flavorful ride inside the hidden food lanes of Asia. Health Hacks premieres 5th January on the Asian Food Network.
India, it's one of the most exciting, culturally rich places on earth.
That sounds incredible. Let's get cooking.
They all work their own magic to bring freshness, depth, warmth. Join us, Adam De Silva, Sandeep Pandit, Haley Raichura, as we share our favorite recipes.
That is reminiscent of India.
India Unplated, Thursdays on the Asian Food Network.
Welcome to Santa's Baking Blizzard. Their mission, to battle it out for Christmas cake victory. 9 teams will compete in this epic Yuletide showdown. But only one can win.
This cake is on fire.
This is Santa's Baking Blizzard.
Santa's Baking Blizzard, Mondays on Food Network.
Families everywhere are renovating their homes themselves just to save a few bucks. Some get it right, while others, they just don't.
The toilet is still in the hallway.
That's when they call me. I'm Jasmine Roth. I can rescue any disaster, helping homeowners turn it into their dream home. Woo! I love it! All I want to do right now is help Matt and Sarah. The only way I know how to do that is finish this project.
Help! I wrecked my house. Mondays on HGTV.
As a chef, travel is my greatest source of inspiration. So I'm taking what I learned in Asia back to my kitchen to create some new and inspired recipes. For a chef, Singapore is chock full of inspiration. Whether it's the deep-fried delights, the steamed treats, or the freshest juices, it's all spectacular. On my recent trip to Singapore, I met up with Sarah Benjamin. She's a food blogger and food TV host, and she shared with me the secrets behind 2 of her favorite recipes. Her first dish was prawn mee, and that rich broth has inspired me to rethink the way I make lobster chowder. Then, Sarah showed me how she cooks a whole fish, steaming it, and I thought, I need to steam fish more often and work in some more flavor. And finally, I'm getting playful with chai tao kueh. I'm putting a twist on this classic Singapore steamed radish dish and creating a steamed version of my traditional sweet carrot cake. But first, let me start with the chowder. Oh, that rich broth that Sarah made inspired me to rethink how I make lobster chowder. What I found inspirational about Sarah's prawn mee was the layers of flavor she built in with the different ingredients. In my style of cooking, I was taught to work with the aromatics. Vegetables like leeks, you've got the subtleness of celery, and I love the pop of color of pepper. So these all go into the pot. I noticed that Sarah relied on ginger in her dishes as a flavor builder and as an aromatic. I lean to fresh herbs like thyme. It lends a background note that doesn't overwhelm the dish, but kind of brings all the flavors together. Now that my vegetables are soft, I can add a little bit of flour, just a touch. This helps to thicken the broth. Once you feel the flour starting to stick at the bottom of the pot, then you know it's time to add the liquid. The secret to my lobster chowder is all about the stock, and I took inspiration from Sarah's. I've got lobster shells and chicken in this stock, and it really builds richness that comes through in the final bowl of chowder. In addition to the chicken and the lobster, I've also added corn cob. That adds a beautiful sweetness. I can take this right from the pot, like Sarah did. Add it to my soup pot. Give it a little stir. I want to bring this to a gentle simmer and add a little bit of diced potato. From Sarah, I'm steaming my fish in parchment parcels. It's a great opportunity to build in flavor. I have 2 pieces of parchment folded in half. I'm working with springtime flavors to work with a delicate white fish. So I've got dill and tarragon here that I'll place at the bottom of each piece of parchment, and then I'll put my piece of fish on top. I have fresh cod here because it's local and available to me. Anything that is delicate and tender will work here too. A couple of lemon slices off to the side. The juices will cook out of the lemon into the fish, but also the zest from the lemon peel will add more flavor. Might as well build in some vegetables with julienne red pepper and a generous sprinkling of green onions. I really liked how Sarah used oil at the end of the steaming process to wake up all the flavors. I thought I can do the same thing, and I'm going to use almond oil. As the fish steams, it will warm up and wake up all the flavors. And here's where a little technique comes into play. You want to seal up the fish so that the steam and the flavor stays inside. So that means creating overlapping folds. Start at one end of the fold. You don't have to be an expert gift wrapper to do this. Just keep building and layering those folds all the way around. And at the end, give it a little twist and tuck it underneath. And this gets placed on a baking tray. I've preheated my oven to 190, and these take about 12 to 15 minutes. You want to wait until you see the parcels souffle up a bit. Then you know the fish is cooked within. By now, my potatoes in my chowder should be nice and tender. I'll just check, see that it yields easily. Oh yeah. It's time for the finishing touches. A chowder quite typically has a fair bit of vegetables, so I'm adding corn to mine. And at the same time, I'm adding cooked lobster meat, and this came from the shells that I used in the stock. Once this returns to a simmer, I can add the last ingredient, whipping cream. 35